What if everything you've been told about mastering your gifts is keeping you broke? I'm David Babs Ajibade, and today I'm going to shatter the biggest lie in skill development, the 10,000-hour rule, and show you how to master your gift in just 90 days. Stick around because at the end, I'll give you the exact framework that helped my client Sarah turn her photography passion into a $50,000 business in 3 months. Malcolm Gladwell popularized the idea that you need 10,000 hours to master anything. That's roughly 5 years of full-time, 40-hour workweeks. For many, that's a decade or more of slow, painful progress. This research was based on classical musicians and chess players, not on entrepreneurs building businesses around their gifts. The truth? You don't need to be perfect to start. You need to be profitable. And profitability happens long before 10,000 hours. Profitability is about strategic positioning, finding a specific need and being the obvious solution, rather than being a generalist competing with thousands of others on skill alone. This approach allows you to start generating income, gaining real-world feedback, and improving your skills in a relevant way, all long before you ever get close to that 10,000-hour mark. When paired with healthy fats and fiber, these sugars provide sustainable fuel for both your brain and body. I've watched thousands of talented people wait for, someday, when they'll be ready. They keep practicing, taking more courses, and polishing their skills in isolation, while others with half their talent and skill are making millions. Most people believe they need to be the absolute best at something before they can charge for it. This mindset often leads to procrastination and discouragement. However, profitability is a function of value, not perfection. You become profitable not by having all the skills, but by having the right 2-3 skills that solve a painful problem for your target market. Think of it this way. A web designer doesn't need to master 10 different coding languages and be a world-class artist to start a profitable business. They can become profitable in a few months by mastering just 2 skills: building clean, effective websites for small businesses and communicating clearly with their clients. Today, that ends for you. Sarah's story. From passion to profit. Let me tell you about my client, Sarah. 6 months ago, she was a wedding photographer charging a measly $500 per event. She had decent gear and a good eye, but she was stuck in a vicious cycle of comparing herself to photographers with decades of experience. She believed she wasn't good enough yet. Every time she saw a better photo online, she'd get discouraged and feel like she had years of catching up to do. She was talented, but her mindset and approach were holding her back from building a profitable business. Then we implemented what I call the Rapid Mastery Framework. Instead of trying to become the world's best photographer, an impossible and endless goal, we focused on becoming the best photographer for a specific type of client: adventurous couples wanting non-traditional wedding photos. This shift in focus changed everything. Weeks 130. We didn't try to improve 50 different photography skills. Instead, we performed a skill audit and identified the 3 core skills that would set her apart in this niche: drone photography for stunning landscape shots, night photography for unique starry sky portraits, and adventure location scouting for finding incredible, off-the-beaten-path venues. Weeks 31-60. She practiced these 3 skills with a deliberate, intentional focus. This wasn't random practice, it was focused, feedback-driven practice with immediate real-world application. She took on small projects and styled shoots specifically to build a portfolio for these 3 skills. Weeks 61-90. She then strategically positioned herself. We rebuilt her website, rebranded her social media, and created a marketing message that screamed, "I am the adventure wedding photographer in your region." We stopped talking to everyone and started talking only to her ideal clients. The result? She went from $500 per wedding to $3,500 per wedding, booking 2 to 3 weddings per month. That's a total of $50,000 in 90 days, not from being a master of everything, but from being precisely positioned and focused on the skills that mattered most. The Rapid Mastery Framework. Your path to profit. Here's the framework that made this possible and can do the same for you. Step 1. The 80/20th skill audit. Most people try to improve everything at once and end up mastering nothing. Masters identify the 20% of skills that create 80% of the results. For Sarah, it wasn't general photography, it was drone work, night shots, and location expertise. Ask yourself, What 2-3 specific skills, if you mastered them, would make you irreplaceable in your market and solve your clients' biggest problems? Step 2. Deliberate practice design. Random practice keeps you average. Deliberate practice creates mastery. This means you must practice at the edge of your ability. Push yourself just beyond your comfort zone. Get immediate feedback. Don't wait. Seek out feedback from your target market and peers. Focus on weaknesses, not just strengths. Spend time shoring up your biggest gaps. Engage in real-world application, not theoretical learning. Apply what you've learned to a project or client immediately. Sarah didn't just take drone photos in her backyard. She practiced specific shots that adventurous couples would want for their portfolios, got feedback from her target market, and improved based on real demand. Step 3. Strategic positioning. Mastery isn't about being the best at everything. It's about being the obvious choice for something specific. Sarah became the adventure wedding photographer, not just another wedding photographer. She stopped competing on price and started competing on uniqueness. Ask yourself, what specific problem does your gift solve better than anyone else, and who is the ideal client for that solution? Step 4. Feedback loop acceleration. Most people practice in isolation and wonder why they aren't improving faster. Masters create fast feedback loops. Sarah joined adventure photography groups, got feedback directly from adventure couples she wanted to work with, and adjusted her approach weekly. This compressed years of learning into months. Ask yourself, who can give you direct, honest, and frequent feedback on your specific skill development? Now, if you're thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually implement this for my specific gift? I've got you covered. I've created the complete Rapid Mastery Framework blueprint that walks you through exactly how to identify your 80/20th skills in any field, from coding to coaching. Design deliberate practice sessions that compress years of learning into months. Position yourself as the go-to expert in your niche, attracting high-paying clients. Create feedback loops that accelerate your growth and keep you ahead of the curve. This is the same system that's helped over 500 entrepreneurs master their gifts and create six-figure businesses in record time. If you want the complete blueprint, comment "Mastery" below and I'll send you the link. But here's the thing. This only works if you implement it. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. Before you go, let me ask you this. What would change in your life if you could master your gift in 90 days instead of 5 years? What income level becomes possible? What impact could you make on the world? If this video resonates with you, do me a favor by subscribing right now, then like and share. Comment below with your biggest takeaway from today's video, and if you want the complete Rapid Mastery Framework, comment "Mastery" and I'll get it to you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because next week, I'm revealing the gift to gold formula, how to turn any skill into multiple income streams. You won't want to miss it.